Do you know that chronic kidney disease is one of the top 10 leading causes of death globally? In 2023 alone, it was responsible for 1.5 million deaths worldwide. So, on record, about 14% of adults, which is about 788 million people, suffer from chronic kidney disease globally. I am sure this should be giving you concerns. All right, so why is this so important that we should begin to look at kidney problems? Of course, you know that the kidney performs very important roles as far as your body is concerned. And one of those roles is that it filters toxins and waste products from the blood, thereby creating some kind of balance in your system. Number two is that it controls your blood pressure. The third one is that it regulates blood and fluid and electrolytes. So if your kidneys have problem, the fluid and electrolyte balance will be a major concern. And the next one is that it also supports hormonal system. But I haven't known this. Are there things you are doing that could put your kidney at danger? Of course there are. And what are those things? If you have not known them before, you need to pay attention to this video and make sure that you watch it to the end. Because I'm going to be mentioning them one after the other. And if your kidneys are really important to you, you should put these things at the back of your mind. Number one thing that you are doing that is endangering your kidney is overtaking or overusing of painkillers, especially the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or the NSAIDs. Now, this drug inhibits prostaglandins, a substance in the body that is responsible for dilating your blood vessels to maintain proper blood flow. So if prostaglandin is inhibited, invariably your blood vessels are constricted. And when your blood vessels are constricted, your blood pressure begin to rise. That is an issue that could eventually lead to problems in your body. Okay? So that could destroy your your kidneys in the long run. Now, over 50 to 70% of people are at risk of acute kidney injury from taking the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. You know it that drugs quickly go to over the counter to get is endangering your health. Number two practice that is putting your kidney at risk is chronic dehydration. The kidneys are known to perform special functions in your body. They help in flushing out waste and toxins, like I said from the beginning. And with enough hydration, this function is possible. But if you are in the practice of not taking water, and all the time you are putting your body at risk of dehydration, at the end of the day, this would stress your kidneys. And what happens? It will lead to concentrated urine and then increases the likelihood of getting kidney stones. Yes, kidney stones. And then also it increases infection possibility and also lead to chronic strains on your kidneys. So if you are in the habit of keeping your body for a long time before you drink water, you need to increase your hydration. Otherwise, this practice will put your kidney at danger. The number three thing you are also doing that is putting your kidneys at risk is taking excessive salt. And of course, the table salt that you take contains sodium or sodium chloride. And some of the processed food, also canned food and the rest, they also contain a lot of sodium. The food you buy from restaurants, which are prepared for commercial purposes, might also contain a lot of sodium. So what sodium does is that it retains water, it retains fluid in the system, increasing your blood volume and then mounting pressure on your kidneys. In the long run, this will lead to increased blood pressure or hypertension. So the next one also that you're doing, which is the fourth one, is that you are smoking or taking excessive alcohol. Smoking contains a lot of dangerous chemicals that can destroy your system, destroy your blood vessels, and reduce oxygen and nutrient supply to the kidneys. Alcohol, on the other hand, lead to dehydration and blood pressure spikes. All these are things that eventually will destroy your kidney. Of course, you know that when you have high blood pressure that is not controlled, it could also lead to ischemic kidney problem. So finally, last one is excessive sugar and high calorie diets. Yes, excessive sugar will lead to obesity, insulin resistance, and at the same time lead to metabolic stress. All this combined could also, to some extent, precipitate diabetes and hypertension. So when these ones are not taken care of, you are putting your kidneys also in danger. So what should you do? Just take a look at those things we have mentioned, and then you know that they are things that are putting your kidneys at risk. Number one is that you shouldn't be taking your non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug or painkillers anyhow from the over the counter without prescription from the doctor. So if you must take anything for pains, make sure that they are prescribed. The second one is that you should learn to take water from time to time. Make sure you rehydrate yourself. Aim at taking at least 1.5 to 3 liters daily. Spread over, not just at once, but take them in small quantities throughout the day. The third one is that you should reduce salt intake. Aim at taking not more than 1 teaspoon of salt per day, not in one meal, but across all the meals that you're going to be taking for the day. And the fourth one is you'll need to stop smoking and alcohol consumption to save your kidneys. Then finally, then your sugary food have to be minimized. Yes, sugary food and food that contain high calorie should be minimized. Once you can do this, your kidneys will last longer, and this also will give you longer life. I hope that this have actually been beneficial to you. So if you find this video very helpful, remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and at the same time leave a comment. If there are anything that you are doing from what we have said so far, share it with us, and then let others also benefit from your experience. All right, thank you so very much. See you again in my next video. Have a great day.